So I'm going to say that's the absolute maximum I can cut on this saw. It was rubbing the side as we were going, and it skinned the top as we cut through. The depth of cut was determined by as high as I could go with the saw. So we got about 20 inches now here. It was about 27 inches to begin with, so we're going to see if we can roll it, reposition it. To get the saw up and running, adjusted, get this up on the equipment to begin with. Well, we got two faces done. It still ain't squaring up like I want. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Only thing I can think of is that the blade is still not square with the track. Even though I measured it like 6,000 times, it definitely is not cutting straight and square. But we're able to cut this saw, or cut this log with our saw, so that's encouraging. Definitely the maximum, 27 by 24, I think is what it was. That's definitely the biggest that I can cut with this. But the rain is coming, at least for a short while. So we're gonna have to pack it up and see if we can get this rain to pass. And then if it clears, we'll get back at it. All right, so got about 11 2x8s out of this side. So I would assume I get about the same out of the other side since they're identical. So that's 12 2x8s. So width-wise, so that's 15 inches. So that's about 13 feet across. So 13 feet by 8 feet, which is more than enough to deck the area that I'm going to try to deck, if I did math correct. And there's no guarantees of that. We will need some for structural lumber as well. So we'll probably end up having to cut another one up to have enough for that. But it's going good. All right, so we've relocated over here to the wood drying section. I've got some of these cross ties, but I'm not super excited about setting the wood on it. So I've got some old pieces of bark that we cut off of some other wood earlier that I'm going to sit down first. And I took that one that was about 1.25 inches thick, 2x8, and I cut it down into 1 inch thick pieces. They're about 50 inches long. We'll use that as stickers. I didn't count. I don't know if we have enough or not. I may have to make some more, but I think I'm going to do about so about 6 across should work pretty good. And then we'll go from there. My blower battery is dead, so I got to charge them real quick. So hopefully we'll stack a set and then we'll blow it before we stack our next set. So there we go. So I think that's going to work out, but I need to blow it, our stack anymore. I don't think I want to go any deeper than that. So let me go get that blower. All right, so I got this moisture meter. It's a pinless one. Not sure how accurate it is, but let's see where we're starting out at. All right, so this one's reading 33%. 25. 35. 26. 29. So looks like probably anywhere from 25 to 35% humidity, or moisture. So what we're going to do, sticker this up. I think I'm going to do about 4 stickers. We're getting maybe some more rain tomorrow. And again, I'm not going to cover it. I'm just going to leave it sitting out. So we'll see how it does in the rain and sun and weather, and see how it does. A little experiment. In the meantime, we'll probably do some more milling. But not today. All right, there you go. There's milling a 27 by 24 inch red oak that has been air drying as a log probably 6 months, maybe a little longer, and obviously it didn't dry out very much. And then milled it up. Probably took 2 hours, I would guess, to mill up that one log. And we'll get it dried, and hopefully it'll dry straight, and we can use this lumber. There you go.